Oh, I'm not on my mod name. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Realistic Subspace Hockey League. Action between two of the better teams in the league for sure. Last year's champions, Interference, and the brand new upstart team, Kick You Apart. I'm the Red Raven alongside Thrill, and if you're just joining us, you missed an epic game between Baby Seal Killers, which is Thrill's team, and Empire, which is my team. Thrill, how did you feel about the game?
Well, of course, we were playing with a man down for about the first half of the game, and I mean it went about as expected. It was a good match though, but you know it always feels good to get a win. But
Well, the puck has been dropped. We'll have to continue this conversation later. As puck comes back to Linux, Interference has the puck in their own zone now. Mace, Buckhead, TJ, Strike, and Regiments on the ice for Interference today. Here's Bucky with Strike. The double. Wow, what is this? I don't know what that was. It was a horrific goalie something. And
yeah,
bam.
it looked like he just wasn't moving for about 5 seconds. So maybe he didn't think the puck had been dropped yet. That's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That's a clean goal 100% of the time. So Jug does that.
And so, honestly, basically not really Kick You Apart's bad. They were basically just starting the game from the first, from the get-go down a goal. So that's going to suck for them. We'll see how that might change the pace of the match, because coming into this, honestly, I was going to give Kick You Apart the advantage, but having to fight uphill like this from the beginning of the match, I'm not sure that might change the entire flow of the game.
I would have had Interference as the favorites just based on the fact that Kick You Apart, I mean, they did have trouble showing people yesterday as well, but still losing to shorthanded. And wait a minute, we have a chance here. Regiments and Strike are trying to get a 2-on-1 against the 7-year itch. Bucky's there as well. Strike shoots, and there's Jug with a save. Interference still has the puck. Mace throws it down south off the board.
And Interference is playing with dual Warbirds right now, and I actually have not seen Strike and Regiments at a lot of Interference matchups so far, and I think they are considered part of the top line Interference has, so we'll see if that has any impact on how impressive they look in this game.
Mace will tank intentionally, or duds intentionally, gives it back to Strike. Interference just outside the blue line. Looking to get a second goal right away. Try to get this game completely out of hand. Oh, TJ can't catch that puck, and Linux will have to catch it. TJ has it just beyond center ice. Mace 23. To Buckhat and to Regiments. What's going to happen here? Bucky throws it to Mace. Down to Regiments.
And Interference is definitely controlling the puck a little bit more than Kick You Apart right now, I would say. So maybe a little bit rattled having to start off a goal behind. Like I was saying, it really sucks because it really sets the tone for the entire game when something like that happens. I'm not sure what was going on with Jug, but
stuff like that happens. Mace will put it right through the crease, but that's a lag. So they're going to reset it so that they can score and have it be legal, or that'll happen. More lag.
I want to see Kick You Apart take some initiative and really try to take the game to Interference. I've noticed this trend whenever they're facing what are considered the more upper echelon teams in their games. They seem to kind of play passively and let the game come to them because they're afraid of, I guess, messing up or something. But I want to see them be more aggressive because I think they have the tools to do that.
Lots of action in front of the crease, but it's going to end up in the possession of Kick You Apart, who's got the dual javelin right now. Londorf and Meow Mix, that would be Bicycle Skeleton, as they're going to try and get something to happen here. Best goalie in the league, arguably Linux, in there for Interference. Will they be able to score on him? BLA just hangs onto it, and Linux with a very easy save.
And this is the second game that I've seen the 7-year-itch play defense. And I'll follow this thought up later.
Here's Mace. With the ball kill, throws it off the south post. I think it might have been in the crease nonetheless. We'll have to see. Anyway, Mace and Bucky are switching the puck back and forth here, and Jug will catch that one pretty easily.
Yeah, what I was saying before is I've seen 7-year-olds playing defense for Kick You Apart a couple of times now, and honestly, before he took his hiatus from Hockey Zone, I'm pretty sure that he did not play stay-at-home defense. I remember him playing more of an offensive role.
I can say from personal experience that the 7-year itch is a great defensive 2v2er.
He's been doing well. It's a different role than what I remember seeing him, so maybe I'm mistaken on that.
Meow makes to Cookie Wolf to BLA, and Buckcat on the crease with that stop, making sure he's outside of the crease, and now Strike will carry it over with Regiments, over the blue line. Regiments is trying to find something, but the 7-year itch with a big kill. Londorf will try to make a move on TJ with BLA, or Blah as people call him here. Londorf can't find Cookie Wolf, and Regiments will get the steal. Puck comes up to Strike at center ice. The ITFers trying to make something happen here to make it 2-0. So far 1-0 on a horrendous goalie mistake by Jug, the goaltender for Kick You Apart. Mace finds Regiments, and here's a chance. Shoots, scores! Bucky South. And just like that, Interference is going to find themselves up 2-0 rather, with just 5 minutes elapsed in this first period.
Yeah, they're getting off to a pretty good start here, and that looked pretty obvious most of the way. And if he's not going to guard it and just keep going along with the play, I think Buck was originally playing to pass there, but when he saw the goalie wasn't covering it, he's like, "Hey, screw it! I'm just going to score this goal."
Well, here's 2 lag situations there, so you're definitely not going to see a shot on net. Kick You Apart's going to try and come back the other way. Bicycle Skeleton to Londorf, past center ice to Blah, back to Londorf. And they're just going to keep working the puck around and waiting for an opportunity. Bicycle Skeleton has it to Cookie Wolf, and Kick You Apart looking to get some sort of an opportunity. They will instantly reset.
And Blah with the puck here, looks like they might have a chance. No, they're just going to cycle it around. Interested to see Cookie Wolf playing more of the offensive mid role. I thought that he would be switched with 7-year itch in their roles for this game, but
here's a chance, 2-on-1 Strike with Regiments. 2 of the players you haven't seen much of, but are definitely on the top line. Strike can't get a shot off.
And to be honest, this is a pretty important game because nobody has seen ITF against the teams that are considered the upper echelon. So this is going to have an impact on how people view Interference for the remainder of this first leg of the season here.
Strike gives it to Buckcat, and Buckcat at the blue line. Some people say the Warbird is by far the worst ship in the zone today, and Interference is playing 2 of them against one of the top teams in the league, Kick You Apart.
Well, and the one thing that they have going for them with that is, I have said this pretty much repeatedly, a Javelin is honestly a pretty poor stay-at-home defenseman ship. With the Warbird's superior speed, they might be able to abuse that a little bit. I'd be a little bit more comfortable if Cookie Wolf was the last man back there, and 7-year itch was kind of like the supporting mid-defender, but we'll see how it works out for Kick You Apart.
Speaking of the Javelin, Bicycle Skeleton attempting a ball kill there, can't get it to work, and now Strike has a one-on-one chance with 7-year itch, and he'll wait for Bucky. Bucky has Regiments, and they're going to try something here. No, Jug proxies that, and there's a save by Jug. 5 shots on net for Interference, only 1 for Kick You Apart. Cookie Wolf has it, and TJ with a kill.
That check was actually a lot better than probably it looked, because Longdorf was about a second away from firing that shot bottom post.
Oh, Regiments tries the draw pass cross to Bucky, but it will not work, and now Kick You Apart coming back the other way.
Yeah, it's a little too fancy, and you got to think if he just did a regular pass there, they had a pretty good chance of picking up that goal.
There's a bunch of lag there, and now Interference will pick it up. Buckcat carries it over center with Mace. Oh, somebody lags out. It's now 6-on-5. Kick you apart. I don't know who actually did lag out. It looks like it was you know what? I have no. Oh, it's Blah. Yeah, Blah lagged out.
Yeah, I
Nice.
think they've been subbing people in for him, and he's lagged out a couple times. So I think he'll probably stay out of the match if they get another guy in.
Londorf now carries it over the blue line. Gives it to Bicycle Skeleton. And here's a chance. No, Linux with a save.
And it seems like lag is really affecting Kick You Apart's lineups so far this season.
You notice the Linux was very deep in his net there, trying to take away every angle, trusting his D. Here comes Buckhead and Strike, 2 Warbirds, and Strike waits for Bucky. And he gets a shot on net, he scores! Where was the goalie on that one? And interference is now up 3-0.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. 6 on 5 right now. Only 5 people in net are on the ice, rather.
Pretty, I don't know. It's looking pretty bad for Kick You Apart so far this season. This is the second game in a row when they've had lag issues coupled with activity issues. I mean, if you show 6 people, that's great. That's all you need. But if one of those players is lagging, then you're out of luck. So they're really going to want to try to get a little bit more of their roster to start showing to their matches.
Here's interference right back the other way. Strike. Oh, there's Jug with a save.
I think they'll really be looking forward to Lizdexia coming off suspension in a couple games as well, because Jug, of course, is going to have a presence in the midfield game, and you can tell that he's a little rusty at goaltender, maybe looking a little out of sorts in the net.
Strike and Bucky now at the blue line. There's Regiments, and Kick You Apart will come back the other way.
Good pass from Buckcat. He honestly tends to go for the shots more than the passes, but he made the pass there. It was a pretty decent look.
If you're watching the stream right now on twitch.tv/subspacehz, we are looking for more people to help us stream. If you're interested in learning what we're hoping to do... Oh, hang on a second. Jug with a big save there. What we're hoping to do is get Navi, Arnk, Diley, Hamster, and Bucky, and everybody that can stream, willing to teach some of the other people that are willing to help out. So if you are willing to help out, let us know on the forum, and we would certainly appreciate it. That way we can guarantee we're going to have broadcasts for every game of the season. That would be the sweetest thing ever.
And this is going to be the second or third loss that Kick You Apart has had in a row if they lose this. So not the results that they were hoping for, obviously.
No, certainly not. Londorf trying to get a shot on net. He can't do it. Linux will catch it.
You know, it's a shame that they're having the lag issues and that they started off a goal behind. And maybe things wouldn't have changed, but you never know. But theoretically, in my head, kind of a system-based defensive team that collapses, I thought would be a team that would do well against this dual Warbird. But, you know, coming with this disadvantage from the start, it's hard to tell how the match could have been different.
Whoa! Regiments throws that one north, and it goes in. That is a goal. 4-0 now. Interference. We could have a mercy. And I don't think we've actually had a mercy all season.
Yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. 10 shots to 3, so they have a big advantage there. To be honest, shooting from a Terrier from that far out, I mean, it was a nicely placed shot, but you can definitely tell that Jug is not feeling too comfortable in the goalie ship right now. I mean, that was from really far out.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. When you let in 4 goals like that, it's always rough. And, you know, Jug is going to try and be a professional here, but Kick You Apart needs to get back in this game. And they're just going to try, I guess, and by their time, they certainly think they're a playoff team. And with Lizdexia and net, I think they feel that they are a much more competitive team. So it's just trying to hold on in the meantime. And speaking of, here's Buckhead and Strike right at the center of the net. And, well, Jug will stop that one. Interference keeping the pressure on.
Yeah.
Regiments to Strike. Oh, there's a save by Jug.
And the thing about getting Jug out of the net too is that honestly he is a great midfield player. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and he actually, I think, brings a lot to a team. So not only will they be getting maybe a little bit better of a goalie in there, at least than what Jug has displayed so far this season, but it's going to add to their game on the ice as well. At least in my opinion. We'll have to see how it plays out. But 4-0, and that's 12 shots to 3 interferences, definitely dominating this game. And you can tell in the power rankings, and myself included, we've really been waiting before putting interference at the very top of that standings table for the power rankings to see how they match up against some of the teams that we consider to be better because they've had one of the easier schedules and so far blowing Kick apart out.
So as of right now, with this win, let's say they win this game by get a couple more goals, like 6-0, 6-1, 7-1, somewhere in that range. Does interference jump up to be the number one team in your power rankings?
Honestly, well, I mean, I guess you can't get a completely accurate opinion until I personally play interference this season, but I would probably still have Dirty Birds at the number one spot because they are still undefeated as well, and just seeing in all their matches and the results that they've had, I feel like they seem like the best team in the league right now as far as results. So that'll be a really interesting match to see when Interference faces Dirty Birds. But I would say Interference is at kind of 2, and they have raised that doubt of, is Interference going to be able to stack up to the top teams? Because there definitely was some questions from a few players about that. And although, a really big win would be impressive here, you got to think that the start of the game was really unfortunate and kind of the lag issues. I mean, Interference was looking like, honestly, they had an advantage regardless of that, but it's something you have to take into account if you're going to say, is this team better than Dirty Birds? Because honestly, I think Dirty Birds has looked really, really strong so far this season.
There's no debating that. Dirty Birds has looked very good. And now we're going to start the second period. Interference up 4-0 over Kick You Apart. And here they go. Strike has it at center ice. A left-handed hammer now back in the arena and on the ice. Great pickup there. Still wearing the Greasers banner. Left-handed hammer to Bicycle. No, it's going to be left for Cookie Wolf. Running 2 spiders now.
And honestly, left-handed hammer is surprisingly good compared to what people maybe expect. He's got a really solid checking game, and I think he's kind of similar to TSC, except maybe he passes a little bit more, but he has that kind of similar style where he can keep the puck and frustrate you with the puck possession and has a good checking game as well.
Strike has the puck at the blue line. Finds Mace. Mace will not dish it to anyone. He will rather die. And now Bicycle Skeleton and Londorf coming back the other way. TJ with him. What's going to happen? Bicycle Skeleton drives right past Linux. And there's, left-handed hammer off the north post. He had a chance. Couldn't put it in.
Yeah, I wouldn't really consider that a choke. He didn't have a lot of room, but it was a good opportunity.
Oh, no, not a choke, but a chance.
Yeah, it definitely was a chance.
Londorf and left-handed hammer working the puck back and forth. Hammer throws it again on net, but Linux is going to make that stop. You're going to have to do better than that to score on Linux generally.
Yeah, and that's something to take into account. Sometimes you'll try those throwaway shots on goalies because, honestly, sometimes they have a chance of going in. But depending on the caliber of goalie you're facing, you kind of want to choose what you're doing, with who you're facing.
Mace will pick up that puck. Here's a shot. Londorf scores!
Yeah, and that was a great steal by 7-year Itch, and then the head fakes and pass to set that up. So great play by him. Good thing that Londorf reacting and got up there, because it looked like Bicycle Skeleton was taken by surprise. I thought that was going to be a 2-on-0 with 7-year Itch and Bicycle Skeleton originally, and it looked like he was caught typing or something, but Londorf reacted fast enough and was able to get that close shot off, which honestly, it came pretty close to Linux's procs. So
here's another chance, 7-year Itch. Oh, he shoots, and he just barely hits the post.
Yeah, with left-handed hammer Cookie Wolf, I think 7 years will be more in that offensive role that I said that I expected him to play traditionally, and I think that'll be good for Kikyo Park, to be honest, because I think he'll have a decent contribution up there. I mean, he has already, so.
Strike looking to make a move. Here's Mace 23. Londorf back on D in the Weasel. Mace will throw it back to TJ. They will reset. Strike will pick it up. Going to notice that Bucky is on the bench so that Pilot can play. Londorf. Back to Cookie Wolf. They will move it ahead for 7-year edge, but it'll be taken by Strike, who gives it right back to the 7-year edge, and now kick you apart. Well, they had an opportunity or had a chance, but nothing comes of it. Kick you apart coming back the other way. Londorf was wide open, or was first man up, but couldn't find a way to get him the puck. Well, they have a 3-on-1 now. 2 javelins and Londorf. Regiment's trying to come back. Wow, nice procs there. Puck gets thrown away.
Yeah, and so that nothing came of that, but that opportunity was off another steal by the 7-year edge, so he's doing a great job on the forecheck to create those opportunities for kick you apart.
Pilot has the puck back to TJ. TJ off the wall to Regiments. Regiments gets killed by 7-year edge, and now the 2 Spiders will pass back and forth.
Yeah, another steal by him, and he's brutalizing them in the midfield right now.
And in many games, that's where it's one left-handed hammer. Oh, he thought he had a wide open net, but he just shot it a little bit too far up.
Yeah, it looked like he might have had it. He wanted to readjust to make sure he had it, and he just went a little bit too far north, but a good idea. And kicking you apart is looking a lot better in this period. It looks like they settled down a little bit, but just being down by that large of a margin in the first period, it might not matter.
Anything can happen in the RSHL, as well, it's true in many sports, really, to be completely honest. Here comes interference, going to try and get another 4-goal lead. Here's Pilot, and he throws it in the net, own goal, obviously, yeah.
And that was, I think that was Interference's first shot of the period. I think it was 12 shots to 3 or 4 for the first period. And Kick You Apart has gone a long way towards closing that gap. So I think they have 5 shots to 1 so far this period against Interference. So getting that 6-player with left-handed hammer in there has enabled them to start playing a lot stronger of a game.
Warning from the referee that he spikes a little bit. It may be an instant drop. We've seen that a little bit. And Regiments will drop it to the south wall. 2 Spiders back to fourth. Cookie Wolf misfires, goes to 7-year edge. He's going to throw it on net. No, he gets killed by Linux before that can happen. You don't see very many goalie checks anymore, apparently.
Unless you're playing against the Red Raven. That guy checks all the time.
How many times did I kill you? It was a lot of fun, actually. Did I frustrate you at all?
Not really. I think the only time that it wasn't really frustrating, but the only time that I felt like it was kind of being useful was it was when we still had 5 players, and you checked me twice one time, and I was like, oh, they're only going to have 3 players back there for like 15 seconds. So that was kind of annoying, but
awesome at the same time. Here's a chance. Pilot to strike. Oh, strike, and it's caught by Jug. That was close. A lot closer than it looked, I think.
Yeah, and I think he could have had that. He kind of put a little bit of a fade on it. He hasn't been playing that much recently. This is the first time I've seen Strike in the zone for a couple of weeks. A little bit of a lag there. Not sure what was up with that.
The Red Raven, of course, had 7 checks in that last game. Was hoping for 10.
I think 7's also the amount of goals I scored that got called back.
No, those were the clean goals, including the ones that were called back. I think you're looking at some. There was one where you got really cocky, though, and I said I appreciate that, and then as soon as I sent it, I thought, he didn't mean to do that. He just got caught being cocky.
Which, you talk about the crease?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one where it was a blatant goal, but you guys decided to make the extra pass for no reason.
That wasn't really me being cocky. That was White Irish Rebel. He made the extra. I don't know why he did the extra pass there.
Well, he's cocky. Anyway, Mace has the puck here. It's going to be picked up by left-handed Hammer.
Basically, he had the open net, and he passed back up to me, and I was like, all right, I guess this is up to me now. And I was definitely in the crease.
Blondorf, stuff happens, bam.
Stuff does happen.
It does. Here's Pilot. 5 minutes left in this second period. Still waiting to eat my pizza. 4-1 interference winning this game so far. It's just sitting in front of me, taunting me. Pepperoni and mushroom with marinara sauce.
Is this from that local place you keep talking about?
Every Monday, baby. Extra large. Bicycle Skeleton, 7-year itch. Here's a chance. Oh, strike with a nice little interception. Some people saying DC. I don't know if it was a DC. I don't think it was.
No, I honestly don't think it was even close.
Here's Pilot with a chance. First goal of the RSHL season. No. Although without Jugs playing tonight, you could expect Pilot to get his first RSHL goal. I actually don't know if it would be his first. I'm just making an educated guess, and I don't mean that to be mean. Apparently Pilot has a goal, so now I feel stupid. 100% better than me. I mean, like, this, whatever. Strike with a shot on Jug. I know he's not a rookie, but... Oh, he's got 2 goals! I think they were both in the same game, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so. And do you remember who was goaltending in that match, Sean?
Oh god, it was me, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Nice. Nicely done. I forgot about that. Good stuff. Well, they don't count. They don't count. 3:33 left in this second period. That's brilliant. Oh my goodness, is Linux paying attention? He is. And that happened. Mace and TJ teaming up to just beat up Londor for no reason. TJ takes it to the center ice.
Yeah, I think Kikuyo Parge is playing well in this period, but like I was saying before, I think the huge goal lead that interference built up in the first period is going to enable them probably to come away with this. If the trend keeps continuing, because Kikuyo Park plays a pretty slow-paced game. They're by no means, I don't think, going to threaten to score a ton of goals in very quick succession. So I'm guessing that this game's going to play out. Wow, a lagger message from 7-year itch. I felt like if left-handed Hammer just kept that and shot bottom, he might have scored. Because Linux definitely seemed to jump top to anticipate the pass there.
Londorf saying the delay caused him to not shoot there. I think actually he would have got the DC call. He wouldn't have scored, but the penalty would have helped for sure.
And some of these shots that Kikuyo Park is taking would be smart against maybe the average goalie in the league, but against a goalie like Linux or Super Dan or somebody like that, you can't really just throw the random shots in there. So I'd like to see them choose those shots a little bit more wisely because, of course, they're giving the puck away with every failed shot.
Interference trying to make something happen here, but Kikuyo Park is going to come back the other way. We're now under 2 minutes. Oh, Bicycle Skeleton with a big kill on TJ, but it didn't matter. They weren't able to capitalize. And Pilot's almost got a little bit of a breakaway here, but he's got a bad angle and lags the puck. Strike will throw it to TJ, and they're going to reset. TJ ships it to Mace. They're going to chip it up to Regiments. And here's a chance. Pilot hangs on to it. Oh, they're just going to look for a great opportunity. And now left-handed Hammer going to take it up center and get Londorf with him. Oh, this is bad for them. Strike coming back the other way. 1-on-5. They'll wait for Mace. Mace to Regiments. Here's a chance. No, lots of lag.
Well, you never want to go flying around alone without Mace. You don't know what's going to happen.
It's generally good advice. Here's the 7-year itch. With Londorf, throws it down for Miamix, but Miamix is just not able to get there, and Linux will pick it up. 7-year itch. Gets killed by Reggie. And then TJ. 30 seconds left in this second period, and then we will have the Thrill Talks randomly for a minute and a half so the Red Raven can eat his pizza show.
That's my favorite show.
Sponsored by Pizza Hotline. 12 seconds left in this game. Period.
For a second, I thought you were going to say Mr. Pooter's hemorrhoid paste.
And here's Strike with a slap shot. Oh, it goes in! The goalie's just sitting there doing nothing, and Strike gets the goal. Holy crap, I'm going to start eating now.
Yeah, I might just get up from my chair, too, and go get something to eat, because I feel like eating a carton of ice cream or something like that after watching that. That's pretty depressing for Kick You Apart. That's the second goal that Jug is allowed by being dead, basically.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, and you got to think that Kick You Apart's not happy with that. And kudos to Strike for at least having the awareness of, hey, let me try this because you never know what's going to happen. And most of the time it doesn't work, but you know what? When it works, it pays off really well for your team. And just the fact that Kick You Apart was playing really well in that period. I think they had more shots and puck possession than interference, so they were playing pretty well. And to concede that goal at the end of the period pretty much stops any momentum that they had. Londorf saying he's ready to get this game over with. He wants the third period to start.
Yeah, you can't love a situation where you're down 5-1 and you have a goaltender that's barely paying attention.
Well, we've seen this in the past with Money Corp when they had Juked, when he would go AFK and let in goals like this all the time. It's kind of what he's famous for. His excuse was he was in prison. I'm not sure what Jug's excuse is for tonight. I don't believe he's in prison. I'll have to see if we can get some insider information about that.
I've received information that Jug is looking like a young Krub. Krub, of course, being another goalie in this league who requires people to make fun of him so that he'll play well.
Really? I guess people are pretty nice to him most of the time, then.
Yeah, it's Krub telling me that. Krub is the one that's making fun of Krub.
Yeah, you gotta think so, because people gotta be nice to him most of the time, just looking at the way he plays.
Ooh.
That's actually what I meant before, but I had to go a little further because you didn't pick up on it the first time.
I'm really focused on eating really quickly.
Yeah, I had to get it in there. He's been asking me to trash talk him for about the last 5 broadcasts. Likes to hear bad things about himself.
Uh-oh, ball gets wrapped. Ball out of 7-year edge. 7-year edge to Blah. Here's a chance. TJ with the thing. Here, coming the other way. Bucky has it. Oh, I swallowed. There we go. And, oh, that's nasty. Here's, whatever.
I didn't know you swallowed.
I usually spit it. Well, what am I supposed to do? Spit out the pizza?
Oh, pizza. Pizza. My bad.
And he's wiping his hands on his pants.
Looked like Buckcat was setting up to do one of his infamous sweeps there, but puck phased, so.
And he was warned for shooting the goalie. Or rather, his team was warned, I should say.
Those bastards.
Here's Kick You Apart working the puck, much like you would expect a Banana Squadron-led team to reset and run plays intelligently.
Well, you gotta expect that from Banana Squadron, of course, being the best player in the league by far.
By far. Here's Blad Londorf. Back to Cookie Wolf at the blue line. Banana Squadron, a former MVP of the playoffs, I think, back in somewhere around the season 15 for a team that played for trophies.
It was actually Dirty Birds still, and it was season 16.
See, Thrill is very well up in his Banana Squadron knowledge. In fact, I think he has a trophy in his shed for most known about Banana Squadron.
You know, I try to take notes when I can.
Which is generally all the time. Here's Regiments. Turns the ball over. And here's Buckhead to TJ, and they're going to come back the other way now. 9:46 left in this game. Regiments to Mace with a breakaway on Jugs. Scores 6-1. Remember when we talked about parity in this league? Well, when it comes to the best and the worst, well, you're still going to see some domination. Interference putting a beat down. How do you feel about them right now? Clear number 2 in the league?
Well, you gotta at least say that they've erased the doubt that people had in their minds that maybe they won't be able to hang with the top teams. I'm not sure that I would necessarily say that they have a clear advantage over the top, you know, like top 3 or 4. I wouldn't say like all these guys are definitely better, but they've at least shown that they are that caliber. Whereas before, people were like, where is interference going to fall? With this pretty dominant victory, they're at least showing like, hey, we're not, you know, just going to fizzle out here. We're definitely here to play, and we can play with the best of them.
Londorf trying to find something. Going to try and get something going for his team, but Bucky will pick up the puck and go the other way. Mace, Regiments, Pilot, and Buckhead, 4-on-2. Oh, Jug makes that catch. Had to make that save very, very quickly. Londor finds left-handed hammer. And the puck will be lag out there. Earlier tonight, we watched Baby Seal Killers put a beat down on Empire as soon as Zeppelin showed up. Zeppelin, one of those players that has never beaten Banana Squadron. Mace and Buckhead, here's a chance. 3-on-1, Mace. Oh, he misses the net.
Yep, and you got to think the Buckcat sweep probably would have scored there, but Buck is feeling generous, wants to spread some goals out for his team since they have such a lead.
And certainly they do. Here's Cookie Wolf. Up to Londorf. He's going to fire south. No, to left-handed hammer. But a big save by Lennox.
Yeah, it looked like he took that shot with his right hand.
The 7-year itch. Londorf shoots, scores! Wow, what a goal from Londorf. This game is 6-2.
You know, that's a great goal by Londorf, and it's nice to see those from him because honestly, his role as a player seemed to change a little bit from previously. I mean, when he played on Money Inc. before kind of seasons 10 through 14, he was kind of the goal-scoring player, and basically that kind of great shot, finishing shot you saw right there was kind of the trend. He would do that all the time. Definitely seems more of a team-oriented player that's kind of controlling things a little bit more because he's not quite on the same caliber of team. But nice to see one of those goals from him. Very nicely placed.
Londorf still one of the best in the league, I think it's fair to say, when it comes to that weasel ship. 7:30 left in this third period. They're going to try everything they can to get back into this game. Oh, hang on a second. Here's a possible turnover by Lennox. No, TJ gets the puck away and throws it to Regiments. Regiments with Pilot and Mace. Regiments, oh, wow, bicycle skeleton. Wow. And that happened. Buckhead has it at the blue line. Londorf with the kill on Pilot, and they're going to come back the other way. No, they're not. Boards it up north. Here's Regiments. Bucky to Mace. Just trying to line it up top, and no dice.
Yeah, it's... Jug looked like he was sleeping for just a second there, but wakes back up. You know, I don't like being too critical of Jug, because I actually do like Jug, and I think a lot of him as a player, but I kind of wish this game had been a little bit normal from the start.
You know what? If I was Pilot right now, I would just slap it south. Jug wasn't paying attention. And look at this, another lunge for no reason, and Bucky scores. That's incredible.
Yeah, he didn't even have multi on there. That was weird timing for a lunge too. I think it's kind of like what you said. He was gone for a second. When he came back, he saw players all around him. He's like, "What do I do? Where do I go?" So he just kind of flew out of the net there. And like I was just trying to say before, I wish this game was a little bit normal from the start, because I think that would have given us a better show. Because you got to say Interference is playing well, but Jug clearly not very focused in this match.
Yeah, no, he was just floating up top, and he didn't move. And I honestly think if Pilot had just slap-shotted, it would have went in. Here's Mace, another chance, and Regiments throws it. That actually would have been a nice goal. It was a nice shot, but Jug is able to get there.
Oh yeah, and he's not a bad player by any means. I mean, maybe a little bit rusty, but he definitely is somebody that'll make some nice saves even in goalie ship. I don't think it's his best ship, but if you're not paying attention, of course, you're going to get burned by all sorts of things.
Bucky would have had a chance there, but Londorf is able to make the steal. Kick you apart, trying to avoid getting mercied and get another goal up on the scoreboard. They do not like the fact they lost to short-handed of all teams, and now they're losing to a superpower, definitely. Here's Pilot, throws it on net, Jug. Oh, Mace with the steal, scores! 8-2. And oh my God, stuff's going down right now. They are now 4 goals away from a mercy.
Yeah, and that was Jug coming out of the net and turned it over with his attempted outlet there. And you can't really say that Interference hasn't outplayed KQ apart, because they do have 24 shots to 12, so twice the shots. But a substantial number of their goals now have been directly because of Jug making some questionable decisions.
Do you think it's possible that this is Jug's last game as a member of Kick You Apart?
No way. They would be extremely silly if they asked him. I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure that he wasn't originally recruited as a goalie, so he's basically just filling in until Lisdexia gets unsuspended, because I think Boss, their other goalie, died.
There's unbelievable procs by Londorf. He doesn't understand what happened. I'm not
sure how he caught that. Great play by Kick You Apart there, and that was really weird. I'm not sure how Londorf caught that. That was some goalie procs practically there. Wow. Great opportunity by them. Of course, Londorf had a pretty large part of setting that goal up, and then he was so far away from the puck there. That's crazy. Anyways, nice play by Kick You Apart there. I'm not going to blame Londorf for that, because I really don't think he was... Another good pass by him.
Great save by Linux.
Yeah.
Mace finds Bucky, and here's a breakaway. This could make it 9-2. Bucky, oh wow, Bucky just waited, and he had the goal, but he didn't expect Jug to just randomly move like that. Neither did I.
Yeah, and with shift too, he just started kind of rocketing before Bucky moved, and he definitely seems a little antsy back there. Seems a little heightened, amped up, nervous.
Bucky finds Pilot. They've got a little bit of a 2-on-1 going here. Bucky will throw it up top. Can't get it in the net. 4 minutes now left. They're going to certainly try and get the first mercy of the season.
I don't think they're going to get it, but they certainly can try.
Ironically, the team coming closest to getting a mercy this year was Kick You Apart versus Empire in a game that went 10-1. TJ up to Regiments.
How many checks did you get in that match?
I wasn't keeping track at that point, but it was probably double digits. Mace with whatever that was, and Regiments will pick it up. Bucky throws it down low, bounces it off the south boards. 3 minutes now left in this third period. Won't be much of a post-game show for obvious reasons, but we do want to thank everybody for tuning in today.
And I've got to say, you can't really argue that Interference deserves the win here, but I do think that without the shenanigans from Jug, it's not an 8-2 match. I think the scoreline is a little deceiving. Like, I think that they've outplayed Kick You Apart, but not by that substantial of an amount.
So far today, we are going to, you know what, Thrill, I'll give it to you because you are the second best player in the zone behind Banana Squadron, so I think it's only fair that you determine who is the Banana Squadron player of the game.
The Banana Squadron player of the game,
Is it Banana Squadron? I think that his spectating has been some of the best spectating that we've had in a very long time.
He's always been a very strong spectator. It's always been one of the things he's been known for.
There's Pilot, can't score there.
I gotta say, he's on the losing team, so maybe not Banana Squadron caliber because he doesn't lose. But the 7-year itch has actually played really good. He's had a lot of really good checks, and he's set up a lot of things for this little success Kick You Apart has had in this game.
There's Bucky with a nice little move on Jug, but Jug does not fall for it.
It's hard to call out a Banana Squadron 69 player of the game for Interference because a lot of their goals have been spread out, to be honest.
Certainly.
And, of course, with Banana Squadron was in the game, he just would have scored all of them himself. So.
And it would have been a mercy like 7 periods ago. Regiments to Mace, and they're going to try and get Pilot and Bucky open. Because you can't have one cherry picker, you need to have two. Pilot holds on to it, he scores! 9-2. Pilot has done it. His first RSHL goal this game.
I'm going to have to renege on my statement before. Banana Squadron 69 player of the game, it's Pilot.
I'm now eating pizza. Regiments has it again. Left-handed hammer does that. Bucky does this.
I like the way you do that, Bucky.
Yeah. We're up all night to see Bucky. Here's Mace. Does that happen? 47 seconds left. We're going to do the post-game show right now. What do you think was the biggest thing in this game?
Well, honestly, the fact that Jug let in a goal 18 seconds into the game by being completely AFK kind of completely set Kick You Apart for failure and gave Interference a huge advantage early in the game. After that kind of happens, you could tell that, you're coming up from behind from the very beginning of the game. It's essentially a handicap, so I think that was probably a big impact on the game.
Certainly was. We want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Interference winning this game 9-2. 9-2. Oh, wow. 9-2. Want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you tune in for more RSHL action tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Tuesday, right?
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
I will be here. Y'all have a great night.